Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford and the Los Angeles Chargers taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes...
Stephon Diggs! Touchdown! Stephon Diggs! His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackle? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was the numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 89 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense. which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
8 yards to go.
On third down, Bridgewater. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll look to set up his blockers. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 36 yards on the play.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Excellent gain, 35 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Kelly to try to punch it in. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly with his first career NFL touchdown. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First down, Panthers.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Nasir Adderley on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill. Come on, with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass. And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what... Oh, look at this. Flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. Pushing his way through. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 21-0 our score after 1. Second and 9. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. It's well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Whistle here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. More from L.A. in a moment. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it's 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
A strong running. Still going. It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
There he goes, left side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. 20, 10, and they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown,
Touchdown, Chargers.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Chargers.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that time.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
For the Chargers.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Bridgewater on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. The 20. And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown, Chargers.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And his kick is right through. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground. And rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed it.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Linval Joseph in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, Bridgewater. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
And a Panther 1st down.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun. Here's Stafford. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's able to find Diggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. To the air again. Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down, and
they're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
But when you talk about looking for a spark in the best sports, so when you make big plays for your team, and he had an opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They'll start with the option. Able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, Bridgewater into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And now it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. Now it's him. Bridgewater loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
That's caught. It's Gronkowski. Touchdown, Chargers. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Yeah, good job, fella. Good job.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by Gray Boston.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Underneath, he's got Brait. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
Bridgewater to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
Bridgewater's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot
loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, we just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Again, it's Barkley. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 25 yards. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Green to bring it back. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Well, a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
At the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Kelly. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 24. It's a gain of 34.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Still going, and they are going to score again. Yet another as they just added their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Here's Bridgewater. This will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. There's the Panthers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here comes Reed. Shedding the tackle. Oh, refusing to go down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chargers, it's an